Hey campers, Georgia, back in the man cave for a little bit. Then we're going somewhere else. Here's the announcement I was talking about. We're going on the road. Let's check it out. What I'm talking about is over the past year or so, I've been thinking about how I go on the road when I go camping and fishing and that sort of stuff. If I go for a couple of days, I normally tent or hammock camp. Well, to be honest, getting a little long in the tooth on that. Hammock camping, no problem. The tent, it's killing me. So, yeah, thought about it. And I bought this. So there you go. I'm old. I'm an RVer. Well, almost. We're about to try it out. Never done this before. It's going to be interesting. We're heading to Old Barn, a place I know well. I like the people there. I'm normally there 2-3 times a year. I go fish there. And I thought that's a good place to test everything out on this thing, because never done it. I'm new, and if you are, we're going to learn together. First though, we're going to hit the road and head out to the Old Barn Resort in southeast Minnesota in the Driftless area. Brace yourself. Here goes. As you know, I camp on my own. People don't want to be seen with me, so I have to do things on my own. The usual suspects are the only ones who are willing to risk that. So, now that I have an RV, I had to learn a whole lot of new stuff that I have to do before I get on the road. So, let's do this. First thing is, you got to check your trailer before you run off. You want to make sure everything's locked up, everything's put away, everything's in place, and everything's safe. Then hook it up. That's another issue. I'm on my own. How do I line up onto it? I think I have a plan. We'll see. My backing up and towing and that sort of stuff, well, I haven't done very much of it with this sort of thing. Here goes. If you're a first timer, I'm paranoid about this. I'm really concerned. So, when I bought the trailer, it came with checklists before and after coming back from camping, and of course, how to tow it. So I use those lists that they gave me to make sure I'm good before I go. It's a good idea to do what they say. So I'm going to do that quickly, just a quick walk around, make sure I'm all locked up and ready to roll. If you're wondering about the camper, when I finally make it to the campsite, we'll go through it. So I went through and checked all the doors, make sure they're locked properly and that sort of thing. Nothing's going to pop open while rolling down the road. There is an inside check you need to do. You make sure your doors are locked inside, all your cupboards are closed, things are put away. They're not going to be flying around if you hit a bump, slam on brakes or something like that. So I did the inside, everything's closed up. We got the truck backed up close. Problem is I can't see. I don't have a backup camera. But I think I've got a solution to that. I'm going to try that now. Thanks to the neighbor. Everything hooked up, trailer brake in case of a breakaway. That's locked. That's attached to that. Pins in, chains are on, cables hooked up. Got to put the stabilizer bars in. Now I can't physically lift it, but I have a crowbar that they give you to lift it up there. Be careful when doing this. It's like that. It's not as easy as it looks. Put your lock on. We're all hooked up, checked everything, we're all good, except don't forget your chocks. I'm on a slope, so I've got to pull forward a little bit, take the chocks out and put them away. Well, here goes nothing. See you at the old barn, hopefully. Well, we made it. Actually went better than I thought it would. Trailer pulled perfect, truck had no problems, nervous, but we made it, and here we are, all set up. So I thought, perfect time, show you what I got. Hopefully, we're going to have a good time. We're on the Root River, well, a branch of it. Great place for some fly fishing. So we're going to be doing that, we're going to be camping, and if you look here, I'm about to put together the mobile man cave. Brought this table along so that I can, in the evening, maybe just sit down and work on some knives. Seems like a good idea. And get 3 of my favorite things done, all in one trip. Let's have a look at the camera. So here we are, all set up. It was a little traumatic backing it in. Not a lot of room up front to do it, but we did it. And that camera idea, I think with a bit of practice will work. The neighbor came over and said he'd give me a hand, and I didn't want to say no, I'm trying to do it myself. Thought it was nice of him just to come over, so there you go. I hope it'll work. It better work. So let's have a look at the camper. So here you can see it's a Forest River Wildwood light. It's 21 foot long, and it's not that big. A little bigger than I was going to purchase, but when I looked at the one that I was going to look at, which was brand new, turned out some of the things I didn't like about it. But this is the Wildwood X Lite 21 footer, and it is used. It's a 2019, but it's really, I was impressed. It's in very good condition. Couldn't really find anything wrong with it. Just a little thing that I can fix. Happens to be this little thing here. They broke that off. So I just need to cut that up so that the screen door latches better. Because when you open the door, the screen door stays behind. So, other than that, we're ahead of the game. So looking in the front here, you've got 2 propane tanks in here. They said you can camp heavy for a week on them, no problem. So there's 2 tanks in there. On the back is the battery pack. It's a special battery, I don't know what it is, but it works great. Charged fine, it works just fine. I ran some things just on battery. Some of those things included this. One of the reasons I bought this, it's an electric jack, and it does the raising and lowering. And you can see here, you turn it on, you can drop it down or drop it back up, bring it back up. I just don't want to do it too much because I have the levelers out. And the stabilizers, or the levelers, are these guys here, and yep, they too be electric. No cranking. I'm cranky enough. Storage, this goes right through to the other side. A lot of storage there. I don't know if it's open, I don't have my keys with me. And it came fully loaded with things like it's solar ready. It does have a satellite link on it. I am not going to use it. I'm not big on that stuff. And this here is the actual model, 171 RBXL Wildwood Light. Here we have a water heater, more storage. This doesn't go all the way through, it's just a little compartment here, because this area here is the toilet and shower. Yeah, look at me, all glamping. Came with this bumper on the back, spare tire mount, etc. Nice thing about the bumper, your dump pipe, your sewage pipe, when you dump, you don't really want to put it in a bag and in the trailer. This is designed so you can slide it right in there, which I have one on the other side, and store it there. Here you can see I have the potable water hookup, which is basically your supply from the campsite. They recommend a filter. They also recommend putting a regulator on it. A lot of the campsites have wells, and their pumps can get a little out of control, and you don't want too much water pressure. You might burst a pipe. I don't have one. I just put the Pure Taste water filter on it. Here is where you fill your portable water if you're not going to be anywhere where there is hookup. There is a tank underneath, and you would just fill it here with, from your garden hose or whatever, anything that's drinkable water. That's where you do it. And this is the electrical outlet. Comes up here, and this is to a 30 amp breaker. I have a surge protector on it, just because I'm a paranoid schizophrenic. I don't want to burn anything up that I don't want to. Here you have your satellite or aerial connections if you want. Down here is where you do your draining of your black and grey water. Black being the toilet water, the grey being shower and dish, kitchen sink type thing. As you can see, black water here, grey water there. So when you go and dump, you want to dump your black water first to get the nastiness out, and then you dump your grey water, which is cleaner, which gets all the stuff out of your tube so that you can store it in there. Chocks, don't forget chocks. You need chocks. This here is a vent for the heater. This has both air conditioning and heat. Here's the other side of the storage. Windows open, you can see that. In the kitchen, there is a fan, ventilation fan. It's the outlet for it. Let's go inside. So here you have your outlets, which obviously come from the 30 amp breaker. This table is a fold-up table that I had, which, like I said, is going to be my outside play place. I did not tell you, but this does have an awning on it, and yes, it is electric. I will show you that. Here's the door. You have the regular door, and then you have a screen door. To open, you just close the door. Don't want bugs. Never a good thing. And the door that you can open this and pass things through without opening up stuff and things like that. Here you have your electrical control area. You've got a water pump in here. Now that's for if you don't have hookup or anything like that, and you are using your water tank that you just filled. This keeps the water pressure up. I don't have it on right now. I don't need it. I know it works. I have a water heater, and you have lights and lights. This here is for the awning, and I'll show you that now. I'm not going to open it right now. I don't really need it right now, but I'll show you. And the door's open. Don't forget to close the door before you do it. Make sure the door's out of the way. So you have that, and it'll go back up. No cranking. The lights, you have lights outside. You can see them there. The LED strip, they're pretty bright. It doesn't look bright right now because obviously sunshine. But you can switch them off. You can turn them on from outside. You can do things like that. The other lights are the house. You can see they have these bulbs. And each light can be turned on separately and turned off separately. Speaker built in. You got lights. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 or 5 lights in here. You have the bed. Now I have the bed pulled down. The bed lifts up and there's a couch underneath. You fold it back up and there's a couch, a 2-seater couch. Storage there, and a shelf on top. Storage down there, storage down there. And I'm looking at the bed and I just realized I left my bed blanket behind. I just threw this on here because I didn't want to get dirt on it when I was working in here. Fortunately, it's going to be 70 to 80 during the day and in the 40s at night, so I'll be just fine. I hope. Here we have radio and you got 2 speakers. And you can search, do whatever. But it'll be nice to have when there's people around, you can have music. You've got storage areas up top. That is not a storage area. That's what I've been working on. This is where the cable comes through for your TV mount. You can mount a TV on there. You've got a window, table, benches. This turns into a bed. The table drops. You move these into the middle and you got a bed. So there is an extra bed. In the kitchen area, you got 2 cabinets. You can see in here. It's empty because I just stocked up for this trip. Have a microwave and propane stove, 3-burner. And it's just like a regular gas stove. You turn the gas on and pop that and it'll light up. It does have an oven. Drawers, 2 drawers and a hidey hole here. Double sink. I got this as a drain station. Your water, hot and cold, so I should actually run it a little bit here. Get rid of all the air that's in the system. But very nice, very clean. You do have a shelf here to extend your kitchen area workspace. A little bit of space there. There are little storage areas under here. You can see I have some stuff in there. Things like tools and that I bring along with me. Heating control. The heater is down there. Right there. Up top, the AC. Haven't used it yet. Don't think I'll need it this trip. Smoke detector. This here is your satellite aerial control, turning it back and forth to line it up to get better reception. The windows all have slide with bug nets in it. Full-size fridge. Well, for me it's full size. And it's empty as well. Well, there's things in there. I just threw some stuff in there that I'll need. Freezer. It is getting cold. I had it off, but when I got you hooked up, switched it on, it's already getting cooler. Here is the bathroom, and you've got storage, a lot of storage in here. Got all this. Let me turn that light on. And you got a mirror, you got your normal things that you'd find here. Storage. A lot of linen area here, maybe even you utilize it for whatever you need. And then the shower, pretty big. Nicest thing about it is tall people don't suffer in here. Allegedly. I don't have that problem. And then you have your flush toilet, your ventilation fan, and all that good stuff as well. So there you go, a quick look at the new mobile man cave. I still got to get stuff. I'm still setting it up. Basically, I just got the basics. I'd need to do a road trip just so that I can get familiar with what I'm doing here and what to expect and know the routines. Now, the microwave. Yeah. Do you know, I don't even have a microwave in the cottage, but I got one here now. Oh, and you have a remote that you can take outside with you to control certain things if you need to. Here's the stairs. They fold up and lock into the sides here when you're traveling, so you can close the door and all that good stuff. Still working on the actual workbench. What I did this time was I just packed stuff I thought I'd need. I have a project I want to do. You probably saw the video for Keith, and I'm going to see if I can actually accomplish that out here. I think this is the south branch of the Root River, right there. You can see the camper here. Have a state trail going down there. That's a golf course which belongs to the resort, so when you fish down there, you've got to pay attention. I'm not alone. These sites here are all permanent. They're seasonal. They stay all year. Look at me. Camping with an RV trailer. So I think of what I'm going to do today. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I'm going to get my fly rod and throw a fly around, and who knows, we might even catch a fish. Don't hold your breath. We'll get a fire going because, hey, we are camping, and sit around the fire. This has been in the works for a while. I've been thinking about this. I looked into RVs. I read up on them. I've never done this. This is my first solo RV, and I'm learning all the time. So we're back at the camper. No bites, no fish, lost flies, picked up 2 ticks, but we made it back to the camper. Like I said, one of the things I wanted to do was to be able to work on knives while I'm here. So I have the table, and I want to use this area to do that. Keith gave me a small vise that clamps on tables. I don't know if you can see it right there. But it'll do. You know, it folds up and it fits in the back of the truck, so that's a plus. I don't want to be doing anything in the RV. I brought my box of tools that I thought I could do an outdoor restore with the tools that I brought. The one I'm talking about is Keith, if you saw my last video, gave me these 2 knives. Let me find them. They're in these 2 knives. And this belonged to his nephew, was given to him by his father. It was his father's fishing knife. It's an old Imperial. The handle's in really good shape. It's rusty. It's a fishing knife. It's going to get rusty. So we need to clean that up. It's got the tool on it, but that's the problem there. The blade is snapped off. So Keith gave me this knife because he found this knife, and it just happens to have the right size blade, an Imperial from the same era. So it's all beat up, and he said, can you put this blade onto this guy? So I think that's what I want to do this trip. I want to at least do that and see how we go. that's what I want to do tomorrow. I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. I'm not going to show you the whole restore. It'll just make the video too long. I'll keep the camping and fishing separate. I'll show you the highlights from the restore, and I'll have a separate video for it, and hopefully it'll work. Right now that I've rested somewhat, I want to make a fire. We're camping. Camping without a fire is like a wedding that has no champagne. So we need to do that, which means I need to prep the wood. I'm going to get a fire going. I'm not going to make anything big and fancy right now. I just want a fire. I want to grill some chicken so that I have dinner. Tomorrow when I get up in the morning, I like to make my coffee at the fire, not in there. Pretty sure that'll change when it becomes a problem. My BPS knives, one of them that I own, they're really good knives. Well, apparently one thing I need is a can opener. Hello, everyday carry. Let's see how well it does. Whoot! Dinner is served. Rice, peas, carrots, grilled chicken, spices. If you're wondering about the noise in the background, the farmer is plowing his field. I'm gonna eat dinner, gonna relax, gonna see how I'm gonna do that restore. Then it will be bed. See you in the morning. Morning, campers. Late start today. Slept in. I'm gonna pick up bad habits from this thing. Good night's sleep. I didn't get cold, even though I left my blankets behind. It was not too bad last night. I had a good night's sleep. I was tired. It was a long day yesterday. I'm gonna make myself some breakfast, grab the fly rod, go walkabout down the state trail. There's a hole in the river down there that's always been a good place to fish. So hopefully we can actually catch some fish. Walking along the state trail here, it kind of follows the river around there. You can see here, we're right next to the campsite. It's right on the state trail. Nice state trail, good walk. It's beautiful out here. You want to see this place in fall. The colors, unbelievable. It's gonna be a good day today. Not a cloud in the sky. Probably warm up. Maybe we'll even catch a fish. Life is good. This little pool here with the riffles down there has always been a good place to fish. So I think we'll go down there and see what we see. Nice little rest area. Sit and relax. Well, let's head on down there and see what damage we can do. Damn Canadians. Man, they're noisy. A good quiet for the fish anyway. Get close to that log. Gotta be something sitting under there, right? Here's a good one. It's a fighter. It's got to be a brown. Oh yeah, it's a brown. Try not to lose this guy. Gotcha. Look at this guy. Look at him. Oh my. Oh my. Look at this guy. Oh. Oh. He's mad. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my. Oh my. All right, big guy. We're gonna let you go. Hold on. There we go. Here we go. Look at this guy. Look at him. Come on. There you go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm hungry. I'm going to head back to the camper, sit and relax a bit, and wait for the evening bike. Trying to think where I want to go for that. Maybe we'll just wander up and down the river somewhere. Gotta go eat. Let's trudge back. I'm at the table. Got all my tools in the box here, and I've got the goodies I want to work on. I'm not sure if this is going to work because the light conditions. It's really hard for me to tell, so bear with me on this one. We're going to have to figure it out. So the project that Keith asked me to do, I showed you that before, and basically his fisherman that his nephew is fisherman. It's an Imperial, and we need to replace this blade. What that means is we have to take off the clamshells without breaking them. There's that. Hopefully it won't be a problem. And then we're going to have to cut through 2 pins. You know, we can clean that up. I like this blade because it has little extras on it, like those stamps across it. Makes it really cool. So you can see I brought all my tools I hope I'm going to need. So I got to take the scales off this one, and those clam, always a traumatic experience. Okay, got that one off. And there we go. Look at that. And there we have our blade. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some 80 grit and just go all over this really bad rusty stuff to get rid of the heavy rust. Then now you can see those marks I was talking about on the blade. You see that? How they have the punch outs on the top? Got it together here roughly. It's not pinned. And tool. I pinned it. And it goes together pretty good. Actually, I want to polish all the edges and everything. So it's a little cleaner, shinier. With all the edges. Let's put the shells back on. And there you are. New blade, and a little cleaner and shinier. Now I didn't bring my sharpening system with me. I forgot. But when I get home, I'm going to sharpen it. And you'll see it cut before Keith gets it. Well, it's 4 o'clock. Thought I'd go for a walk. Take the fish catcher with me. Hope springs eternal. Not holding my breath. But I thought I'd just, while I'm walking, show you around the old barn resort. It's actually a very nice spot. You're on the river, got a golf course, swimming pool, restaurant, and lots of RV space. So this is an indoor pool. As you can see, it's a pretty big park. It goes all the way down and goes way down the bottom. There's one during summer and peak season. They have this little place you can go and sit outside and get yourself something to drink and sit out here and just enjoy it. I think their biggest pull here is the golf course. And you can see it sweeping all the way down there. You can float tube this river. They provide float tubes, you can rent them from them. And you go down towards that hill down there, you go down there and you jump in the water and you go all the way around the campsite to the other side where I am. You can get out or even go further than that and walk back on the state trail. And this is the old barn. I believe it was red when I first came here. It's locked up. Interesting. I did not know that. Well, it's still not full season, I don't think. Oh well. There's a restaurant and a little general store in there where you check in, restrooms, that sort of thing. Down, interesting thing is, down below you are rooms you can rent if you don't want to camp. So if you just come to golf, you can stay in a room. It's like a little hotel. I'm going to go down to the river and fish. You'll hear from me if I catch something. I did not catch anything. But I did see some guys and spoke to them. They took a day trip, a guided fly fishing trip all the way down from Preston. It's about 6 miles by river, and they had a guide and a boat, or not a boat, but a raft, one of those blow-up style things, very nice. And she brought, it was a lady who was the guide. And they started out at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was down there fishing when they pitched up at about 4:30. So a good solid day of fishing. They said they did okay. They caught some nice big trout, but they were bait fishing, spinners. And they did a good job. They did catch some on a fly, the one guy did. But here we are, last night, and just sorting myself out. I made some notes of stuff that I need, that I still got to get. That budget's taking a beating. But another beautiful day. You can see. It was a good day today. And that trout that I caught was very nice. It was the only thing I caught all day. Well, this trip. But it was worth it. It was a beautiful little trout. Well, it wasn't that little. It was a fairly good-sized brown. But that made the trip for me on the fishing side. I'd like to do a longer trip, maybe take a week and go out and do stuff and camp, fish, and just hang out. And while I'm doing that, do knife stuff, all sorts of things, reviews, repairs, restores, whatever. I just got to figure out how to do it. So we'll get it all figured out. This trip was just a quick 2-nighter to figure out how this whole RV thing works. Kind of liking it, got to figure out some things. Still a little nervous to try stuff and figure out how to do it right. I need to maintain it. There's a lot involved in that. Keep it clean, look after it, because it's going to last me a long time. But so far, so good. Just got to get home and get everything out and sit down and figure it out. I made notes of everything I need. Didn't really bring a lot with me. I just brought what I thought I'd need for a quick trip, just to a test run. I am going to go and relax for a while and get up in the morning, pack everything up. I've got some ideas on how to back up. I think I had the camera in the wrong position, and I think I'll show you quickly. Hold on. If I put my phone here, I'm looking down onto the hitch. When I had it to the side, I couldn't tell if I was in line. So putting it up here, I'm going to get a view down, and hopefully that'll help. I'll try it out and everything, and if it doesn't work, I'll go ask one of the neighbors just to guide me in. So there you go. First time RV solo, figuring things out. I made a lot of notes. There's a lot going on with these things. I can see why people do it. I do like to hammock and camp minimal. I enjoy it. It's a challenge. Turns out, so is this. A lot to learn. I didn't really try and get everything right first time out. I just wanted to get the feel for it, what's involved in it. Now that I know, I can get the stuff I need. So that list grew in a hurry. So there's that. They're going to be watching a lot of videos with maintenance. In Minnesota, winter, it's a big deal. They go into storage and the maintenance involved in it and all that good stuff. I'd like to do as much as it myself as I can, simply because it's expensive if you take them in. But I like this. I think I like this idea, and I think it's going to work. There's three things I like: fishing, camping, and playing with knives. And yep, I did all three today. Right here. Yeah, things are looking up. So there you go. First time solo RV. Lots of things to learn and figure out. And yeah. Summers are going to be busy. I'd like to take, a little bit longer trips, maybe a week, and go on the road. And I think I'm going to like this. You will be safe out there, especially when you're doing this stuff. All sorts of things can go wrong. Just be careful. You never know. And don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. I know I'll be back. Hopefully we can do some more camping. Summer is warming up. The problem is that these campsites with RVs, they get full in a hurry. So I'm going to have to plan ahead and do all the things we like to do while on the road. Just say. Thanks for watching. Always appreciated. And don't forget, you got any ideas or comments or anything, put them below. Let me know. I need help. Just saying. We'll see you again soon.